What's cozy, everybody? Welcome back to... Go back. What's cozy, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Holla Ji Podcast. Holla Ji Podcast. Holla Ji Podcast. Episode 8. What? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm at 8 episodes already. Okay. Let me move this mic over here because that light is taken away from me. Hello, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Yes, good, beautiful, perfect, good, perfect. Happy holidays! So by the time my YouTube fam, the way you guys, when I upload this, it will be literally on Christmas Eve. Even my Anchor people, my Spotify people, my, what else? Who else listens to me? Amazon Music, etc. So, welcome. Hello. So let me just get the formalities out the way. Hello, I'm your host, the creator, the sexy, talented, inspirational, extra, JIayre. How are you guys doing? Hello, all my listeners. So let's just get the squeaky deakies out the way. If you're listening on any of the streaming platforms, go ahead and go ahead and share this to your peoples, your families, your mamas, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your favorite cousin that you hug on Thanksgiving. Hug everybody, okay? All my people watching on YouTube, I will gladly enjoy you guys. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would love for you guys to see. If you want to follow me on my socials, I mainly really just be on, what's the website? Oh yeah, Instagram and Twitter, which is Mr. with 2 R's _expressions. And if you want to be part of my Patreon, if you want exclusive content, if you want early access to this podcast, the unedited version, if you want music reactions, exclusive podcast episodes, I gotta see my thing, movie reactions, and so much more. Even behind the scenes to what 2023 is going, because it's about to be 2023, which is so funny because I don't know where 22 went. But literally, when this drops, it's going to be on Christmas Eve. And when that happens, that means we will have what? There's 31 days here. So on Christmas Eve, we will literally have 7 days left of December before 2023, which 2023 is going to be such a good year for me, especially because I'm doing so much. Finally, I'm releasing music next year. Dates will be updated soon. Next year, I'll be having guests. Oh yes, I'm finally going to be having guests on this podcast next year. Sometime next year. I haven't figured it out just yet. I haven't have to figure out who's going to be my first guest. But I can't wait. And just a lot. 2023 has so many mysteries that I'm ready to solve and so many things that I'm just ready to put out. So, what's the next thing I want to do? Oh yes, happy holidays. I got my little Skittles cane here. I live for these, okay? So if you hear me munching a little bit, just don't blame me. Blame the Skittles, okay? So, what's the title of that? These Skittles good? If you want to know me, if you want to give me a gift, Skittles will be that gift. I love me some Skittles. It's hot. See, I'm trying to be festive. I wore red if you're watching it on YouTube. But anyway, I'm wearing red, trying to be all festive and everything, but I really forgot how hot it is when it comes to this room. So, it's whatever. So, I just want to start off by saying, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't believe in like New Year's resolutions or revolutions or whatever they call it. I think it's resolutions. It's not that I don't believe in it. I just don't make one. I'm more of a person. I've become a person that's more active than passive into active. I just learned that if I really want something, I'm just gonna have to work to go get it. And if I have goals for next year, I'm gonna make those goals happen. Which basically, yes, it is a resolution if you really want to talk to it about, if you really want to compare the two. But for me, I'm not really gonna set them. I'm actually just going to be like, you know what? This is what I want to do. I'm gonna make a list. It's about 2023, the things I want to do. If I don't make it, if I don't cross off everything on that, did my light just go out? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that just scared the living heck out of me because I'm like, why did it go out? Okay, I'm gonna try something real quick. And we back. 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 This is the intro. JIayre. Something like that. I forgot what Chance the Rapper said. But back to what I was saying. I know I really don't do them, and I'm just gonna do it. But I do want to know if you're literally, comment below, what is your New Year resolution? What are you trying to do in 2023 that you didn't do it? I mean, shoot. Yeah, 2023, I was like, and what you trying to do in 2023 that you didn't have a chance to do in 2022 because things just changed, because a lot of things happen when we are in this country, on this earth, and then time is an illusion, and things just happen. So what do you want to do in 2023 to change your life for the better? You know? Is it going to be beneficial for you? I gotta say, is it going to be beneficial? Because if it's not benefiting you, then don't do it. And if it's not benefiting the new version of you that's going to step into 2023, then don't do it. I think 2023 is the year that we need to move forward. This is the year I believe that everyone, I don't care what your goals and aspirations are, it's time to move forward towards things that will benefit you for the long run. If you want to start your business, start your goddamn business. Okay? Even if you get 3 likes on social media because you started a business, enjoy the 3 likes because that's 3 people who believe in your vision. If you want to start a YouTube channel, do it. Everybody's doing it. Everybody likes what they like, and everybody's going to receive the attention they receive. God, it's hot in here. I just opened the window. It's hot. If you want to get a new car, because that car, you've been saving for this long, you probably got a lot in that savings account. You need to get a new car. I'm getting tired of you having to rely on somebody else just to get to work. Get a new car. Get a house. Have a kid. Do something that you were so scared of doing in 2022. Okay? Because this 2023 is the year of momentum. It's the year that things are going. It's the year that you are driven. Yes, there are going to be obstacles in your way. Yes, there are going to be things that are just unbearable, and you're sitting here like, how am I going to get through this? You know, I don't know what y'all religions who watch me, but whoever is your higher power, pray, give thanks, because you made it a whole nother year. And just ask for ways that you can achieve those goals with minimal distractions, with minimal obstacles, with people just whispering in your ear trying to get you to do what they want you to do. 2023 is the year that you finally become or started to become the greatest version of you. And if 2022 was that stepping stone to get to where you're at now and into 2023, let that be it. Because as someone who is doing this now, and I probably said this multiple times, I most likely did not see myself doing this. This is my whole testimony. Okay? I should not be eating while I'm doing this podcast. These Skittles is good. I got distracted. My fault. But if you don't believe that 2022 was a stepping stone for people, right now, I'm that testimony. I'm really doing this. I don't know. I've gained so much clarity this year. mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like, as much as like there's a lot of things that, yes, are still like quote unquote holding me back, they're not really holding me back. I'm just allowing it to. The way I say that is because 2023 is the year that I actually, it felt like 2022 was just such a preparation for me. Like, this podcast was literally a preparation. 2023 is definitely going to be such a prosperous year for everyone. If you started something this year or you continue to grow something this year, 2022, 2023 is going to be such a gift. It probably, for a lot of us, it's not going to start right away. As soon as January 21st of 2023 comes, it may not start to bloom there. But give it a couple months within 2023 if you keep watering it the way that you're doing it. Don't overwater it, because that's how plants die a lot. Because people think they're so, like, they try to save their plants so much, they fear it dying. So that's why they overwater it, over-fertilize it. You have to do it in proportions. And sometimes, like literally, me watering my whole getting myself out there situation, finally doing things that I like, finally stepping up into this entertainment business, I started at the end of 2022, like roughly the couple months. Actually, let's look back. Let's look back at the first episode I posted of Holla Ji. Where was that? I had to unlock my iPad because like my fingerprint ain't working, my passcode ain't working, nothing ain't working. What was the first episode of Holla Ji? Let's scroll. 2 months ago. What date was that? October 17th is when I dropped my first episode of Holla Ji, the podcast. That was 2 months ago. Like literally, I did this at the end of 2022. And I have 8 episodes. I really try to be consistent with posting every week. But sometimes that's not how it works. And so I'm very grateful. I'm very blessed. I'm very happy that I did this. Because this was actually the confidence that I needed. This was actually the thing that I just needed. And it's such a great gift because right now, I'm actually very grateful that I have 59 subscribers on my YouTube. Like literally, I've grown. When I started this channel, I was a sophomore in college, and that was back in 2018, 19. It was sophomore year. Yeah, 18, 19, because that's when I did the fashion show as well. And I came back the spring of 19. I think that's what it was. Yeah, the spring of 19. I started my sophomore year, and then the vid happened in 2020. Yeah, that's exactly what it happened. That's exactly what it was. So I started this in sophomore year, and I remember I did a lot of, I did a vlog. Like, if you look at my first ever video I posted on here, it was a vlog of me doing like 2 performances in one day, and I literally was just everywhere at that time. And I remember I did awful. I remember I sang at like a senior recognition thing, like a senior send-off at my college, and it was so bad. I sang like R. Kelly. I remember singing R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly, and it was just such a horrible time for me personally. Everybody said I did good, but me, I was so nervous. I was shaky. I think I did bad. But anyway, anywho, that was literally a long time ago, but that was just how I started my channel on YouTube. And I got a little traction from my friends that are in college who watch me. Some of them still actually do. And other people outside that I don't even know. And then I took a break for a couple years because I was like, that's when I was in such of that ego perspective, like, oh, I'm gonna start a YouTube. I'm gonna get 1,000 followers. I'm gonna get monetized the first 2 months because I'm gonna be consistent. And then life got to me and I wasn't consistent. And then, I got back to it, started doing music reactions. And that was cool. I did that for like a month or 2, I believe. I don't know. I deleted them off my YouTube. I don't even watch those no more. Started posting throwback videos. And that was back in 2020. Then after that, I just stopped because the vid happened, which it gave me no reason to stop because that's when we were all inside, and that's when I literally could have just really did a lot of reactions, literally, and gained tractions like that. But I've realized looking back that I really wasn't meant to do that, especially YouTube. I wasn't really meant to react to music. I was meant to create it, if that makes any sense. I look back at my videos, and as much as I was reacting and having fun with it, it was not a disconnect. I've never disconnected with music. Music is so much to me. It's not a disconnect, but it was just like reaction and filming my reactions. It wasn't me like being extra. It wasn't me like, oh my gosh, like saying this. It wasn't me doing all the stuff that a lot of reactors on YouTube do, because they're reactors. They react. You literally watch them react to something that you enjoy, something you hate, looking for them to agree with you or disagree with you, or why they do this, why they think that. Because with my reactions, I was literally listening. I was just literally trying to connect with it in a way that was inspiring for myself. And so with that, it was just like I said, let me just stop the reactions. I got a lot of tractions with it. You know, a lot of the reactions I try to force out of me. And that's when it just became unnatural. That's when I was just like, let me stop doing this. Let me stop reacting to this. Let me just do something else. That's when I paused. And I didn't really post anything on YouTube until I started releasing music. It's the end of 21 when I released my EP, One of the Girls, which was such, not a rushed EP, but it was something for me to just get out there. I keep saying that EP was me proving to myself, even through a lot of imperfections, because that album was a lot. I still enjoy it. I listen to myself. Sometimes I don't really like hearing myself when I sing, but that's what it is. I really don't. I really don't like hearing myself when I sing. But a lot of singers don't do that. So I found it very relatable when I found out a lot of people just don't like hearing their tone for some time. And with me right now, I'm getting used to loving my voice. I'm getting used to just listening to it, being able to listen to it. Like, you sound good at some parts, but I mean, yeah, you're not perfect, but you don't sound bad. And I think that's really where my, especially with music journey, especially with singing and trying to find that voice and just be weird about it and not just be in a box. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm my whole creative journey, especially with this podcast, especially with my music, especially with other creative projects that I've been doing. It's like, it's just so much thinking outside the box and doing something original and doing something that people were either scared to do or was sabotaged in doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. It's so hard just to be the starting point, because again, you're the starting point. You're not in the middle. It's a race. You're starting at the race. You don't start in the middle of the race. You start at the beginning of the race. Not even a race, a marathon. You have to start somewhere, and that starts at 0. Even though, yes, we count, on our fingers, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's 0 before 1. But that's so funny that I'm literally like reflecting on my journey right now. I didn't expect doing that. I didn't expect that. But you know what? Let's just keep doing it. Because, like, I'm trying to, like, figure out. It was such a struggle when I discovered I wanted to be in the entertainment business way before anything just happened. Like, it's so crazy. I knew I wanted to perform back when I was in 8th grade. And I remember I was in Peter Pan. I was in Peter Pan. I would never forget my first ever show. I was in Peter Pan, and I was Smee. This was more, I was going to say it's a musical, but we didn't really sing. We just really acted. There was like only like one person who sang in that whole musical. It was Peter Pan. It was middle school. Middle school theater is so funny. And then I really started getting into the habit of it when I got to high school, which is where I really tapped into that musical experience. And I did musicals all throughout 4 years of my high school career. And it was such a fun time. I really enjoyed being on stage. And you realize that you are one of a community that is not afraid to present themselves in that way. You know, a lot of people will present themselves in sports. A lot of people will present themselves when they're in work and they're, for example, like what popped in my head right now was just fixing cars. They can go up to somebody and say, okay, what do you want? What do you need done to your vehicle to improve it? I realized it was such, there's only so many people who can be a part of the performance community to be able to go in front of over 100 plus people, well, in high school, over 100 plus people a night. And just show off your talents and show off what you've been working hard on for the last 6 weeks. So that's usually how long a community rehearsal for a theater would do. It's like 6 weeks, like a month and a half of constant rehearsals and dancing and memorizing the words and singings and repetition. And then you have tech week where you have to literally go through the whole show in costumes and the transitions, and it's a lot. Theater is not an easy job, but this also braced myself for, God forbid, this is not wood, it's plastic. I wish I had some wood around me, but God forbid, but this is an industry where you can be replaced in a heartbeat. Literally, you can come to rehearsal and do amazing one night, and then literally the next day you come back, you're replaced. It's a business. And that's really what made that's something that young JIayre was so naive about until he really got to college. That's really where the awakening for my career started and why I wanted to be in the entertainment business. And it was just like, I love performing. I loved performing. It was just it was so fun. It's so fun. It's so great to see the people react to you. It's so great to get the recognition after that you did a good job. Even if you were just background, even if you only had 2 lines, even if you only had 1 line solo, even if you did this, it's such a great feeling. And I say this is because throughout my years of like wanting that quick fame, like again, I did a podcast episode where I talked about that quick success will leave you forgotten just as quick. Longevity is so important. And I say this because I'm trying and I'm working, not even trying. I am working now towards that longevity. So forget that what I just said about trying, because trying is so restricting. Like it sounds like you're being restricted, but when I'm literally just now, I'm working for it. Oh, excuse me. I'm literally constantly, I'm putting out videos of this podcast. I'm literally just started doing more beat videos, like beat stuff on YouTube, just posting I can't even get the words out. I just started posting beat videos on YouTube just so people can just listen. I don't care if anybody buys them. I mean, it'll be cute if they buy it, but it's just to listen to what I've been doing and the beats that I tried to produce for myself, but it didn't fit. And so maybe I could find an artist or I could find someone who could be inspired by that and give them a whole new direction. You know? And that's really what I'm doing now. I literally just actually edited one and then posted one. So by that time, it'll actually be uploaded before this podcast. But anyway, but like Young Jai was just so naive to a lot of things. And I'm just, it's a blessing that I reflect on a lot, that even, you know, spiritually wise, how so confused and so fearful I was, especially spiritually, and trying to find that pocket for me where I felt that comfort, where I needed to go, what direction I needed. And I'm glad I met a lot of people who helped me through that, especially, well, I will say this, your spiritual journey never ends. Your spiritual journey never you never go back. You always go forward. You always learn, you know? We're always growing spiritually if you allow yourself to awaken to new points of views. Once you awaken yourself to new points of views and allow yourself to go through the struggle of restructuring your life and restructuring the new version of you, that's really what happens. You know, it's different. I connect differently to higher deities or energies or spiritual God, and you know, whatever you believe in. I don't want to like leave anything out and make people feel like, well, I worship this. I'm not Christian. I'm not Baptist. I'm not Lutheran. I'm not this. I'm not a Buddhist. I'm not. It's just everybody has that higher deity, which every deity is kind of the same. The universe, spirit, all that, spirit guides and all that. It's just everybody just has a different way to do it. And right now I am discovering my own way to do it, which honestly, I know which way I'm going, but I think I'm not ready to explain or like shout it out to the world yet. I'm really unclear. Like I'm 80% there. And I think 2023 is going to be the year where that other 20% comes in and I can just be like that. You know what I mean? And so I'm very grateful for this journey. It's been hard. It's been confusing. I've been conflicted so many times. But I'm just, at this point, I think I know. Well, 80%. And so spiritually, I'm growing. I'm always growing. I'm happy I'm growing. I'm connecting. It's the way of life. It's the way of life. And I've been seeing a lot of synchronicities, and these synchronicities are bringing me so many positive reinforcement energies that I really just have to believe. It's forcing me to believe myself. It's forcing me to become the JIayre I was meant to become. Honestly, probably like a year or two ago when I started this channel, and I should have did this, that, and the fifth, and I should have believed when I did this, especially when I started taking music seriously, when I started having the basics equipment. I said the basics. When I started having the basic equipment to record my music and not this microphone that I bought, which was over $100. I've had this microphone actually, so what, I'll say it's been about 2 years, a year and a half, one of the two. But it's important. That spiritual part is important to me. Mentally, I've grown so much. It's from someone who suffered with depression, around literally the end of his high school career all the way to his senior year of college, like those 4-year gaps, like going through depression, opening up about how he felt, who he wants to love. It's just, it's a lot. Yes, a lot of people, it went over their heads. A lot of people got it, but for those people who got it, they were meant to get it. I'm not about to explain myself. I'm a whole grown-ass man. I'm not about to explain myself. If you don't get it, you don't get it. And if you don't want to get it, you don't want to get it. And if you'll never get it, you'll never get it. And so I'm looking at my time. I'm at 30 minutes already. Wow. Okay. But that's fine. I'm just going to keep talking. This is probably going to be a long episode just because I'm reflecting, and I want to let y'all know that y'all journey is never going to end. And reflecting is such a great part. You know, it was this like analogy. Is that what it's called? I think it's an analogy. Like, I don't know. I forgot. I think I know y'all know what I'm talking about. But I wrote it in my journal on my iPad. And it was like, there was a woman on YouTube who was just like, who said an analogy of like, it was just like it was just like, what have you learned about yourself in love? And of course, this could be love when it comes to platonic, romantic, just in general. And it was just like, what is the aspects that you're not proud of? What was the aspects of growing and what you're not proud of, and the experience in love that you're not proud of, you know? And it was just like, she used this analogy of like shards. Y'all remember those like crystal like colored shards that they have like usually on churches to make those shapes and stuff? And when the light glows in, it's like different colors. She used it as those, but it was like, she said it was like on the floor and stuff like that. And it's like, you have to like literally like cleanse that while it's reflecting and taking yours, just like cleansing. I forgot what she said. I'm looking at it. I'm just like, really? I was like, you know, because she made a point, like, if you don't honor your past and if you don't learn from your past is going to keep showing up in the present. And it takes reflecting on it. And it's not you staying back there because it's like, oh, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to think about those thoughts. Well, it's okay, because you don't have to think about all of them. All you have to do is think about the ones that are meant to be. The ones that you're meant to, I'm sorry, I'm getting real passionate and preaching. I'm stumbling on my words. The ones that you are comfortable with. With me now, I'm looking back at a lot of my past and like I didn't realize how comfortable I was with all of it. Especially when it came to my love and romantic life, being a clingy little boy who you show 1 inch of love to or emotion towards, he thought you was going to be y'all was going to get married. I'll admit it, that was literally middle school me. They showed me affection and I just got clingy. And that's really how that ruined that friendship with that person. And as much as I didn't learn from it, it happened in high school. I became clingy, and it was just, I wanted what everybody else had. But as I'm 24 now, about to be 25 next summer, I realized that I wasn't meant to have what they have when it came to love and romance. I was meant to have something different. Do I know what it is? Hell no. I'll wait. Maybe 2023 is the year I get into a relationship, and then I find out what that love is, what I wanted. Don't get me wrong. I know my non-negotiables when it comes to relationships. I wrote that list down. I know it and why I want it, and it's reasonable. My non-negotiable list when it comes to relationship is reasonable. It's natural. It's things that you can also grow into when it comes to the relationships to understand each other and also understand my love language while I understanding yours. But there's so much that opened my eyes when it came to my love life that I did not want to understand back then. I didn't fully understand it until junior year of college when I was just like, I remember just one time just crying in my dorm room. Like, it was actually, no, I was in my apartment. No, it was, yeah. I was in my apartment and with my friends, and I was just crying. I was like, damn. Like, everybody in my house right now had an interest, got people blowing up their phones, going this way and that way when it comes to their love life and who they like. And I'm just sitting here like, damn, I'm just like, what? And I'm always in this situation of it's too little too late. And that was so irritating because I would have this interest on a person. I would have this interest with them. And then I'll be like, I'll make it verbal. Like, and then I was like, you know what? I'll never know unless I try. I will go there and be like, you're cute. You this, that, and the fifth. I want to do this, I want to do that. Let's do this, let's do that. They reject me. And I'm just like, okay. But I remember all the times I was like, you know what? It's my last time doing this. And I'm just going to take it. I'm going to see if your answer. If the answer is no, your answer is no. And I asked, and they were like, well, no. No. Some used to be like, they would think about it, which like you knew it was going into their mind. So which tells me that they've been thinking about this for a minute. But it never really was like, yeah, let's do it. But no, it was always a no. And then a couple months later to a year, it will always come up like, I've felt this way about you. And I've always found you this. Like, one time, thought I had to cough real quick. Oh, excuse me. That was so rude. Ew. It's human. Whatever. It's the truth. What I'm saying is the truth. But, I hate my black person 3-part laugh. Anyway, it was that point where I remember I just hit them up because something came up. I forgot. I forgot. But I hit them up and I was like, well, honestly, we just talked and it was just like, well, I found you always enticing, not just sexually, but also mentally. And I loved how you were ambitious about this. And I'm sitting here like, So you've always liked me, but you ain't say nothing? Like, it was just like you're gone. Like, you literally graduated. You're doing this. You got your own career, but you just now want to tell me you like me? It's just, like, it's clear it was a sign. It was a sign, literally. It was just in front of me this whole time. Basically, that if a person can't really, like, come up and just say that to my face, like, even if I get it, like, rejection is a fear, but I've realized, like, if you don't know or if you don't try, you will never know. And it will always end up being a too little, too late situation. So I realized the person that I'm meant to be with when I get into a relationship is going to be a person who isn't afraid to say it. Possibly someone who will make the first move. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to make the first move. I don't know. We'll find out. And of course, y'all will probably know because that would probably be an episode in itself. But I'm trying to see what else because I'm literally I'm 35 minutes in right now when I'm timing. And I'm trying to figure out what else have I learned. Like, I already told y'all my spiritual journey, which I'm almost there. I think I'm actually positive 2023 is definitely going to be the year where my spiritual journey or what I want spiritually is going to come all together 100%. I can't wait to share that journey with y'all. My mental journey, I'm feeling way better. It's just, I need to stop with my mental stuff. I just need to stop overthinking and stop fantasizing fantasizing scenarios that haven't even happened. I have such an active imagination. Like I would literally think of a situation that's gonna happen in the future, quote unquote, and it never happens. And I think I need to start even like imagining things in a positive aspect, which I'm working on my positive thinking now, because my positive thinking in my mind is a lot of the reasons why I stop like boosting myself and I stop like I need to do this, especially when it comes. I'm gonna bring up my music again. Especially with my music, I be thinking like I should record this right now. I should start doing this. Just start putting down these melodies because my voice memos has a lot of melodies I need to put down actually, so I don't forget on my computer in Pro Tools. But especially with my environment right now, I'm really not in the environment to be recording like I want to, especially with people in my house working from home all the time when I want to be there. And then I got a 6-year-old running up and down, wanting things. It's just like I literally have to schedule when I'm going to be able to record these because the house is never quiet when I need to, unless everybody like. But anyway, it's whatever. It's just mentally I need to stop thinking so negatively about situations altogether. I have a great active imagination, but I think I need to use that imagination more positive. And I'm definitely changing that now, and I'm working on it hard. I already said romantically. Romantically, right now, being single is a good thing for me. As right now, I'm saying this right now as I'm filming this, even though on December 20, 2022, when I'm recording this, you guys are going to see this on the 24th. But as of right now, like being single and focusing on myself is a good thing. Even though, yes, I'll be like, what would happen if I'm in a relationship? Like, it'll be so good, but it'll be so normal for me. And discovering how I can love somebody and how we together can make a whole new love that no one has will be such a good thing. But right now, focusing on me, getting my career off the ground. I'm going slowly and slowly. Slowly and slowly, but surely I'm getting myself off the ground. But I'm getting there. But I think I gotta focus on that before, somebody else comes in and be another muse. Right now, I gotta be my own muse when it comes to everything right now. So again, don't be afraid to be single. That's one thing a lot of people if you're single right now, you listen to me right now, and of course, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have your dark thoughts like about your past relationships or what could have been, and like, how can I get there? How can I get there? It's okay. to have those thoughts about anything, your career, your love life, mental state, your spiritual state, you're going to have to get it out. Journal. And when you journal, make sure you date and you sign it. Because that tells you that you're literally honoring it. You're not holding back. It just tells you that you're honoring it. And when it comes to thoughts, just take a deep breath. Just start thinking positively. Because negativity is not going away. But it's what you do with that negativity that just gets you. Okay? So, I think I'm going to be done with sharing my part. Because we're already 40 minutes in. And I was just, wow. And I'm supposed to be talking about Cardi and her being scared. Which we'll talk about that when I get back after this break. So after this commercial, we're going to definitely go into commercial. And this beautiful planner of mine right here, you hear that? So that's a period. But this next commercial is definitely going to be about this great not commercial. This business shout out. Goodness, this break is going to be where I got this planner from. And I've been using this planner for the last couple months. And it's going to be here for the first half of 2023 where because I've been needing structure in my life. And this is where I get structure. So I'll be right back. Enjoy the business shout out. Let me introduce you to aesthetic accessories now. I may not be sponsored. I mean, if they want to sponsor me, they can. But this is a business shout out, okay? If you want to look good, have your hair rubbed, look at all the options. Do-rags, bonnets, necklace, scrunchies. They even have planners for your weekly. They even have shades to make your eyes look good, to make the outfit complete. And look at them prices. Wholesales and everything. You just can't beat something like this. So why don't you check them out their website, okay? Ooh, they even sell lip gloss. I got me a couple of them too. Go ahead and follow their Instagram. You see they posting consistently, okay? Check out their TikTok too. Aesthetic Accessory Shop, okay? You know, just go ahead and follow them because I know the owner, Dr. Shady, I should say, that she just loves to have giveaways when she reaches a certain following. So go ahead and just follow her. Tell your friends. She loves giving stuff away to improve her business. And it's such, I love it. From the planners to the sets. Look at the matching sets. Look at the visuals. Come on now. You can't beat nothing like this. Look at all this. I should have liked all the pictures, but it's fine like that. I'm just here and the bonnets. Let me tell you something about these large, and it's hand sewn. See, I'm just stuttering over my words. I forget that she do all this stuff. Look at the owner. Bad bitch, period. Anyway, but you guys should go to Aesthetic Accessories and go get you some. What's cozy, y'all? I hope you enjoyed that. Jesus, I hope I was about to spill my water. I hope you enjoyed Aesthetic Accessories. Please go get you some. I will link the website in the description box if you're on YouTube. And if you're listening to it on a listening platform or a streaming platform, go to my YouTube and just go ahead and just go to go in the description box and click on it and get you some shades. Get you all of it, honey, okay? Because I know 2023, I'm about to be supporting my friends' businesses tenfold. Because I know right now they're supporting me. My real friends are supporting me now. Hey, Nakia, that was your business. How you doing? Yes, Dr. Shady. How you doing, girl? Anyway. Whoo-wee, how funny. So, back to what I was saying. Excuse me while I drink some water real quick. So, I wanted to talk about Cardi. If you a Barty gang, how you doing? I'm not really a Barty gang. I'm not a Barb either, but I love both girls equally. Don't get it twisted. I love my girls. Excuse me. But recently, Cardi just made a live chat, and said the reason why she hasn't been releasing music is because she's scared to flop. That's valid. Because I'm going to be honest, Tomorrow is getting on my last nerves. And I've only listened to it a couple times. I think that's just where Cardi is right now. I don't think a lot of things are sounding the way that she wants to. You know, after Invasion of Privacy, which was a good album, I very enjoyed. I very much enjoyed Invasion of Privacy. You know, Becky had guap guap, get some chicken, guap guap, get some bread, guap guap, get some chicken, guap guap. Bitch, you press, you can't flex. Donald, tell me why you stressed. And I said, hold down, G's up. Like, I loved Becky Head. Oh, what else was on there? And then I like it like that. Diamonds isn't in the chain, yeah. And then be careful with me. You know what you're doing. These feelings, what you hurting and losing. Like, that was my song. That music video was sickening, too. Anyway, like, so how can you top that? And I think that she's been trying to top it. But it hasn't been working. Which, of course, as creatives, I'm not even going to say artists. Creatives, all my painters, dancers, musicians, business, because business can be creative too. A business can be creative in how you market it and how you present it and what the business is and where you're going to flow with it. Yes, it is creative. And sometimes you listen to it and it's just like, this ain't it. It sounds like an old version of me. It sounds like I'm trying to outdo myself. It doesn't sound like I've grown. You know? It's hard for that. It's a process. And that leads to, and I really hope that she does not give up, and I hope she keeps trying, because that will also lead to creative blocks. Mental blocks, where you just can't get stuff out, and then next thing you know, her writers that she also has, that it'll end up blocking too. And so I really hope that she reaches a point where she does not reach that, because once she reaches that, I don't know if she's going to be able to bounce back. You know, it's going to be real. I hope that she'll be able to bounce back. But it's hard. I do want to give her, I give her so much love and light that she really does find that growth that I know that she's looking for. And so I love Cardi and I really hope she finds it. But then she also made a point that it's becoming a job and not the career that she started out to be. Which honestly, the music wasn't even Cardi's first choice. Even though, yes, she did come up with the song, You Know Me, I Be Rude Whatever. If a bitch beef with me, we gon' be forever. Hey, rain down on that bitch twice. Anyway, that's how I got introduced to Cardi B. And then after that, it was Bodak Yellow. I got bloody moves. This is expensive. This is da-da-da. This ain't muddy, bloody, something like that. That was Bodak Yellow. But the next thing you know, you had WAP after Invasion of Privacy. Yeah, WAP. That was funny. WAP was such an era. Can I just say that? WAP was such a single era. A lot of people ain't really mess with it like that. But I get it. I get it. WAP wasn't for everybody. It was for the grown and sexy. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my notes and trying to get these notes together. But, I was going to say something. But, oh yeah, the whole career versus a job and know the difference. And I understand why that. Because Nicki, I'm not comparing the two before anybody try to come at me crazy. I'm not comparing Cardi and Nicki. I'm saying that they're both going through the same thing that creatives always go through. I had to get mad like that because you Barbs and Barty Gang love to go after people who think they're comparing the two. Whew, jeez, I'm hot. Nicki also said in a Joe Biden interview, whatever that boy's name is, that man's name is, excuse me. Nicki confessed or did an interview. She said that she was creatively blocked and nothing was coming out. She couldn't write. She couldn't do this. And it's an experience that we all have to go through as creatives and just as people. We're going to have blockages that we have to overcome. And sometimes overcoming it isn't always the easiest thing. But it's such an accomplishment when we overcome it. When we finally step out of there. It's when we finally be like, okay, I'm out of it. Now let me get this shit done. Let me put out this fire that they've been waiting for. It's a process. Not everyone. Do you really think Beyonce just be creating stuff without having blocks? Because I know Renaissance, I know she was making music, was like, this don't sound like it how I want to. This don't sound like it. Beyonce had creative blocks. She said it in her in the interview with what did she say? Was it a British Vogue? Something like that, where she talked about Renaissance, and I think that's what she said, that she was like having fun creatively. But some type of documentary Beyonce had where she had a block, having kids, and then, I was probably after Coachella. After on the Run 2 tour. I feel like that's when she was getting creatively. And you think Beyonce was just making music? Beyonce got so many songs in the vault that she ain't releasing because she don't like it. Or either that or she gonna give it to another artist. Which I would live for that, by the way, Beyonce. It's just a process when oh gosh, I can't even talk. Oh, I can't talk. But we back, JIayre, edit that out. It's such a process when your career that you love so much starts feeling like a job. When I hear job, I hear this is something I have to do to make money. When I hear job, this is something that I'm going to do to keep me at a stable basic. I have to do this so I can eat. I have to do this so I can pay my bills. I have to do this so I can do A, B, and C. But see, a career is different. And I think everybody in this world should have a career. But then again, we're always placed and we're always placed somewhere where we have to get a job that we don't love. Something that we don't love, something that we don't care about, something that we're just doing to get by until we get to that place. A career, like, especially that word, love. A career is something you love no matter the stress. It will have the stress of a job, but it's the stress that you put yourself in because you know it's worth it and you know this is what you want to do. You don't have to do this. This is something you want to do. This is something where you're putting your time, your efforts. It is something where you are literally there because you know this is your calling. You know you are put on this earth because you do this. That's really what some of these people's career are. Some of these people are doing podcasts because they want you to hear their voice. They want you to hear their message. Hence, one reason why I'm doing it. Getting themselves out there. Starting a fan base from scratch. Being entertaining, being fun, putting out positive messages, But the career is also something that you are willing to go through the stress and improve. Because sometimes, even with jobs, you get promotions here and there. But with the career, you are always growing no matter what the promotion is. You can say that about a job, but I don't know, there's something special about the growth in your career. What you want to do, what you've been putting your time in, what you went to school for, what you've always thought about while you were in school. Because a lot of people don't have college degrees. A lot of people went straight to the military. Some people went straight to work to get a job right after. Some people wanted to start that business. And that business is a career as well. And sometimes that business is a part-time while they're doing a job. So once they get the money from their job and and their business keeps on increasing and it keeps, next thing you know, you notice that it's making more money than the job you got over here. That's when you, bye-bye job, I quit. I'm going my business because this is where my money is at. I'm investing. And it can take me literally 5, 10, 20. It could take me years to get it, but I'm going to keep doing it. Even if it's not working. That's where the passion is. I shouldn't have to feel like I'm stressing myself. I shouldn't feel like that someone else has so much control over me in my own career. And that's where, like, because you're going to have those moments. When you figure out what your career is, when you figure out what's the thing that you want to do, and you're putting yourself in your position that is giving you, that is monetizing, that is giving you money the way that you need it, there is going to be times where you start thinking, is this really what I'm meant to do? Because I've had those doubts many a times because I didn't see the instant success that I saw people who were already established. They had to start somewhere as well. And it's hard to believe because now they're making money the way you want to. They're in movies, they're acting, they're making music, they're going on tour, they're selling out shows, they are winning plaques, they're winning awards. It's just, you have to start somewhere. And I promise you, I said this before in a podcast episode, probably more than once. But it's everyone who is in their career field right now has gone through this once or even multiple times. But I feel like it's just because they're growing out of the comfort zone that they're in. You know, when you start realizing that a lot of things are changing by like around you, and you don't know why. But I can tell you a reason is you are outgrowing that. You're outgrowing the situation. You're outgrowing the comfort zone that you put yourself in. And now it's time to get into another zone that is uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable. And then once that becomes comfortable, you move to another one and the cycle never ends. But what doesn't end is your growth. You're never going to be that person that you was before unless you allow yourself to be. I'm kind of all over the place here. I didn't realize how all over the place I kind of was when I was talking. But I realized like it's so much, especially in your career, there's so much pressure to keep that a career and not a job. But the more you stress about it, that's when it starts becoming a job. Yes, you're going to find stress in your career, but it's stress that you are literally telling yourself. It's the stress that you are literally like, this stress is worth it. Because I worked my ass off to get here, and this is what I want to do. It's not a job. It's something I don't need to do it. Of course, yes, I'm making money from this. Yes, I need the money so I can support myself, possibly the kids that I have, possibly my husband or my wife, or this house that I'm getting, or the generational wealth that I'm trying to create. Yes, of course you need it, because in this world, yes, we need money, but you need to feel good. I was just watching a tarot channel called The Tarot Priest, and she said the way you can attract all the money is way, like if you're, especially in your field, you attracting money, the happiness, the abundance, the things that you want, is to do the things that feel good. And even if your career is stressing you out, as long as you feel good doing it, that's the best thing. I really hope I didn't lose anybody on my little rant, because I was low-key preaching, and what came to my mind, what I was getting it, just spat out. So I really hope everybody caught that. So forgive me if you didn't. So I still hope you're here, and I hope you didn't leave. But that's really what it is. It has to feel good. Most jobs feel good, but it's not the feel-good feeling that you want. You're there for a paycheck, or you know you're there for a paycheck. But for a career, I think of a career as something that's going to be changing this world. Something that can possibly change a community. It doesn't even have to be the whole world. It can literally just be a community, like a state, a community in a specific state. You can target certain people. You can target a group of anything. Like a career, to me, it benefits other people than just yourself. Why? Because even if you're not catering to a community, even if you're not doing this, that, and the fifth, your career is just like you know, maybe like an in-office job that benefits or helps this, that, and the fifth, or it's something different that doesn't really like aim for helping a specific group of people, but that inspiration, doing something that you actually enjoy, that you actually worked so hard to get to, and now you're at a place where someone can look at you and be like, this is really your career? I thought this was a job. Huh, to you it maybe is. But to me, this is a career that I've worked for so long. And now that I got it, I'm not letting it go. I'm going to improve and get my own. So, we're almost at an hour and I don't want to hold you guys up. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I really did enjoy this. I got a little preachy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa. What was the other thing? It was Christmas. It was Kwanzaa. Hold up. Excuse me. I just want to look this up. What other holidays? What other holidays than Christmas? Almost said no. What was holidays other than Christmas? I was about to say Cinco de Mayo, but that's all the way in May. What? Hanukkah. Hanukkah. There you go. If you celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Yule, all those things. I wish light and blessing upon you, and I hope what I said made sense. If it didn't, I hope some of it did, because I know some of it did. I was just in this energetic mood. I had to get that message out, and I felt like I was talking to a reflection of myself, not just y'all, because I think I just reminded myself a lot of those things. So I'm very grateful and blessed that I could do this for you guys, and I hope you guys have a great holiday and a happy new year, and I will see you guys in 2023. Hey, I gotta start planning for 2023, and I gotta start planning guests. Ooh. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Again, if you're listening to streaming services, share this with your fam. Do whatever. Get me out there. You know, I'm trying to make this go global. You understand? And to all my YouTube viewers, again, comment, share, and subscribe. And I love you guys. And I'll see you next episode in 2023. Hey!